Today it's time to do another flight on my E-Flite air tractor. It's a 1.5 meter RC airplane with the latest features. I have actually replaced the EC inside, so I do have a 45 amp Avian ENC, which gives me full telemetry. And this is a really interesting and great looking RC airplane and just flies fantastic. So let's head outside and try this air tractor. It's a really easy RC airplane to get off the ground. And it's also really well behaved RC airplane. I'm doing this flight on a 4S 2200 milliamp battery, which is my battery I usually pick. But you can easily fly this one also on 3S, and I think you would just be satisfied with it. But it's so fun to just go around in the sky and just push it. Does everything with ease and quite snappy as well. And even inverted just works fantastic. I don't have to pull much elevator to actually have this fun flying level. It's really easy, well behaved. And the yellow paint on this RC airplane makes it really easy to orientate also. So you can more or less just go all day inverted if you like. Let's get out of it. So compare then to the similar RC airplanes. I have the Pandora 1.4 meter. Then this is much more agile than the Pandora. I still think that the Pandora does actually fly better when it flies slow. But this one just super, for being like a 1.5 meter wingspan RC airplane, I think it's just super fun and super agile. This is something I enjoy, just to push it when I do in a maneuver.
Takeoff flaps, landing flaps.
And with flaps then, does slow down. It's not the greatest RC airplane to fly with flaps, but it works really well. And I have just a tiny bit of a gusty wind today. Nothing to worry about, nothing that will influence the flying. Let's do a landing then, get this one down. I know you have to keep up power. It bounces sometimes, and these landing gears are really soft, so they do bend easily. But as you can see, just super powerful on 4. I can just keep on pushing it. And that's something I find really enjoyable. And I don't feel that the power system limits me. I can just push it when I want power, and I get it just in an instant. So it's just super great. And as I said, and it just show it's really fun just to go inverted with this RC airplane as well. Some RC plane you have to fight, but this one you don't have to fight at all. Just an enjoyable, relaxed, inverted flight. And in fact, I've made a list of RC airplanes with when it comes to just features and how I like to fly them and how they actually are to assemble. And this is the best RC airplane if you just consider all the aspects that I have picked. So this is number one. Apart from the landing gears, because they do bend too easily. Then again, I have always managed to bend them back, so it doesn't really it's not a huge problem. But I would of course wish for them to be sturdier and more durable, or at least don't flex as much. And I might try to do some low bounce tires as well. Let's get up one more time. Let's do another landing. So that's maybe that's one thing that it is a little bit more tricky on this RCR, because you have to keep up speed just a bit, and it likes to bounce. So to do the best landings, you have to be really careful and gentle. I'm not that gentle when I fly most of my RCR planes, but it's just a super fantastic flying RCR plane, this air tractor, with features as LED lights and flaps as well. And I think it just looks great with this 3-bedded prop and paint job and design. An interesting fact about this air tractor is that it is actually really similar to the E-Flite turbo timber RC plane when it comes to electronics. So it uses more or less the same prop, the same motor, and the same system in all. And as I've replaced the ENC inside this one, then I have more or less the same features as the turbo timber Revolution. And this is also really easy RCR plane to assemble, because you have this quick connector for each wing half, so there are no cables to attach. So if you actually have this rear stabilizer, you have to click these two halves in place, and then underneath you have like braces, and you actually screw in the landing gears underneath. And the only weak thing on this RCR plane is actually the landing gears, because they are really soft metal, and when you have hard landings they do bend, and you have to bend them back. But I mean, it's just a great looking RCR plane, and you have this really nice pilot figure as well in this huge top lid, and inside there is just so spacious inside. So you just put the battery on these Velcro pieces, and then it's all balanced. I usually just fly this one on 4S 2200 milliamp batteries, so I believe that this RCR plane does become more fun when you have 4S. But you can also fly this one on 3S. So that's great to have two different type of batteries, and even on 3S it's a great flying RCR plane. But with 4S you have like the much more fun to fly, and this one is much more sporty to fly than the Turbo Timber Revolution, for instance. I think that the Turbo Timber Revolution, of course, is more versatile, because you do get floats included, and you can fly really slow, and you can also put floats on this one. But then you have to purchase them, or just use the Turbo Timber Revolution floats if you have the Turbo Timber Revolution. But all in all, I think it's just a great flying RCR plane. Looks really interesting, and I'm really fond of yellow RCR planes as well.